This is Desert Fox, and I'm going to be showing you some beginner tips for Rust. Alright, when you first start out in Rust, you'll just start out with a rock, a torch, two bandages. The first thing and most important thing for you to do is gather resources. Mainly what you want to do is here you'll see is I'm gathering mainly rocks and wood piles. Now they're standalone rocks, so be separate resource nodes you'll find, and wood piles look like this. You can, once you get use it with a rock or stone hatchet or regular hatchet, once you get one, can hit trees, but you get such a small amount. You're better off if you're in an area where there's good resource nodes, an amount of them to go right for wood resources like nodes like this, or go for the rock resource nodes instead of just trying to get the wood from the trees, because it's such small amounts that you won't get much for what you need. Now, the first thing people want to do when they build in Rust is they want to build a wood structure because it's the cheapest thing, and put a wood door on it and eventually maybe a metal door once they get enough metal fragments. But you don't want to do this. As shown in this clip here, I'll show you exactly why. Is you can beat it down. That's why my group calls it the shit shack. Because basically, even one person, even quicker, the more people you have, can just beat it down with pickaxes or hatchets or rocks or whatever. Can break it down, and it doesn't even take that long, actually. So even if you put a metal door on the front, yeah, the door might be protected from C4 and stuff, but someone can just hatchet the walls and break it down. First thing you want to do when building is put down a foundation. You'll make, using wood, you'll turn those into wood planks. You'll make a foundation, at least 4 pillars, 3 walls, a ceiling, and a doorway, and then a door. If you can get a metal door the first build, as soon as you're building, that's great, because metal door is way better than wood door. Wood door can just be broken down. As metal door, it takes C4. Now, a good thing too is your first place, it might probably just be one floor. You're not going to be able to build some big tower or even anything that has a couple interior doors or something to protect your stuff from raiders. So what you want to do maybe is find a spot in the mountains where you can only about sit 1 or 2 foundation spot in between like some crevices or rocks, kind of like a hidey hole, and you'll want to just build there. And then it allows you to hide your stuff, build up, make sure no one follows you back into your spot, and you can just build supplies so you can build something better. Eventually what you want to do, probably the best thing currently in the game, is to build a taller tower and just have stairwells throughout it. But you don't want just one stairwell in the same section going straight up, because you want to put interior doors, because the more C4 more doors have to go through, the more they have to waste. And even if you get raided, if they wasted more C4 and supplies to raid your place than what it does take to what they get back from raiding you, what you had, then you won really in the end, because they wasted more than what they got out of it, which can happen a lot. What you want to do though is usually you can have this of 4 foundations set up, basically is what you can do, and then you can just have once they come in your entranceway, have another interior door going into another one, have a stairwell. But then what you want to do every other floor is every floor you want to alternate the stairwell to the spot it's out. So there's another metal door they have to go through, and going into it and going out of that stairwell space. This would cost a lot of metal doors, but at this point you're building this, you should have enough metal to do it. But even if you get a few at first and it's only smaller, just cap it off at the top, but don't put a ceiling on, just put a metal door. And then what you want to do actually around for your tower, there's a technique. If you put foundations at odd angles not connected and put a pillar in the middle of it, it makes it no one can build right around your building. That way no one can just build up to the top floor with stairwells, which is a trick if they don't have pillars around it, and just see for it. And you don't want to put them on foundations connected regularly, because people can just put stuff on top of the pillars, get up on top of a higher floor and blow your way in and go up then. And they save some C4 and stuff by going out the first couple floors, missing them, going around them. So the best thing to do is put the pillars at odd angles, and people can't build up a stairwell or get right on top. Even if they get built up high enough that they can get on your roof, as long as they can't get against a wall to put on C4 and get through, it doesn't matter, because currently you can't destroy ceilings. Not even C4 can. One of the things you can do actually to help too, once you have a house that can store stuff, is go into one of the rad towns or rad areas, which basically are areas with radiation. You can get either a rad suit, eventually you'll find pieces of it or make it, or someone maybe will even give it to you or trade you for it if they're nice, or anti-rad pills, which will let your radiation go down. Some foods help with that too. One of the best areas to find stuff is the small rad town, which you'll see here where the road runs through it, which you can find on the map. Then make sure to remember also rustmap.net is a good map you can use for it, and it'll show you. The small rat town doesn't have as much radiation as the other areas. You can find things in here, and also there's the red bears and wolves are around here now. Currently, those are the placeholders since they took out the zombies for whatever they end up replacing them with. These are just placeholders. But when you kill them, they drop a bag, and you can get blueprints and other stuff from them too. So these areas are very good for finding stuff you'll need when you're starting out, especially like blueprints for different weapons, maybe armor, leather, different things like that. Large wood storage boxes, you name it. Best thing to do is make a bow and go in there if you have one for that, because it's quiet. You can take down the bears and the wolves pretty easy. The red bear is like 3 arrows, the red wolf's like 2 arrows. Be careful though with you go in these areas; they can be very hostile and very violent with people who just want to come in and get down people and take whatever they have. So it's good just to be safe. The best thing to do for this is do it very early in the morning as the sun's rising, before a lot of people are out really running around, depending on your server population. These are just some basic tips. Yeah, I'll probably do more videos then on Rust, but these are some basic tips for beginners and try to help them out in Rust, since it can be kind of hard and there's not much there to show you exactly what to do yet.